Still getting back into the rhythm of things. Many of you guys, if you guys hadn't seen in the chats and stuff, like I was busy again with some of my kids volleyball this weekend, so it was pretty big. All right, did I go live? Yeah, I'm going live. Still getting back into the rhythm of. Yeah, we go. Yeah, we're live on YouTube now. Perfect. All right, bear with me here, guys. All right, perfect. And all right, here we go. All right, now we're gonna get started. Perfect, everybody. So it's what is it? Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Let's jump into this. Tuesday night. Market actually did some pretty cool things today. I only got into a little trade that ended up hitting me break even, but I took a little partials and that was it. And we'll go from there. Let's welcome everybody. See you guys in the chat. What's up? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man, Vegas, here I come. So yeah, my 12-year-old, they ended up placing second in the championship round, so they won a bid. So we're going to Vegas in June. So that's where we'll be. Uh 1 billion, huh? 1 billion in equity to trade. Sounds good, man. Uh do I feel like the market's choppy? I don't think it's choppy. I think you know what it is. It's really testing. It's for the people that do not have the patience to just sit and wait. I think that's where I think a lot of people are really going to get hammered. You know, so to give you an idea, I'm only at 49 trades for the year. That's all I've taken is 49 trades. So yeah, XRP to the moon, bro. I'll tell you what. If you guys were on last week, you saw the XRP chart I dropped. I'm in at my dollar cost average is 23 cents. So I'm in obviously below 23 cents, and then I'm in above in the 30s as well. So I'm planning on closing out another 25% of my total volume that I have on my investment side, my portfolio. I'm going to close it out at $2, and then the rest I'm holding. You're at 18. 18. Oh, okay, all right, I got you. Yeah, cool. Let's see. Yeah, it's multiple ranges with it. Yeah, it is absolutely. They implicate on live accounts. So yeah, like I'll tell you right now, I got the verification login last week. So I understand what they're doing, and there's honestly nothing wrong. I don't like it's not going to affect me much. I know the cap limit is like what is it, like 2.5 lots per 50K is the most you can trade. So on the 200K lot, I mean 10 lots is the most you're going to be able to trade. Whatever. I mean, it is what it is. It's only for the first three months that you're on a funded account. And if they see that you are consistently using proper risk and everything like that, I don't, it says clearly in there that you can change it. Like it's the first I've heard of it. I still don't have a contract because I haven't done the verification yet. I was actually planning on starting this week just because last week I was going to be busy with volleyball. Yeah. You're holding up to 400K, bro. I don't know if it's going to get to 400K. Just remember, for it to get to 400K, that means that there's somebody that needs to buy it at 399K. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, you have no, you have up to 400K worth. Awesome, man. Awesome. That's dude, that's very good. I'll tell you right now. That's very good. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I dropped a pretty penny down in down when we were down in like the 18 and 19 cents. So, yeah, I'm actually doing pretty well. I know some of the people that I've talked to that I gave some of that in, they jumped into it. So, all right, let's dive into it. So real quick, I'm gonna go through the list. So active orders first. Um the EJ, listen, I'm still holding buys from EJ. I have no desire, no plan to close out. I took my final take partials at 13600 last week when we were in here. I am still up six figures on XRP. Mike, yeah. I'm over six figures on XRP. I can tell you that it's over six. So um, we are in a valid distro on EJ, and I'm actually pretty fine with that. All right. Obviously, those of you guys that are still holding from down here, yeah, there's no reason to close out. Like I said, I took my final partials when we broke this high right here, right around 13600, and I'm just going to hold the rest. I am looking at a possible sell to sell down. I want to sell down into this area here where this is going to be my next buy to take it up. All right. Hopefully everyone can see in here. I'm just going to hide the drawings real quick. So hopefully everyone could see like that intraday structure. We ultimately have this, right? From the legs perspective, price expands. Here's our pullback right here. We make a new leg, come down. Now what's maintaining bullishness because this trades ever so slightly above. All right. So this is what's holding bullish structure right now. And once we get down in here, I'll start looking. I already have the idea of where I want to get in from. But if you haven't back tested this, there was 3 entries. One of them was just a crappy entry. But this schematic is where I'm going to be taking my next entry from, right in here. So this is the area I'm going to be looking for my next buy off EJ, right in here in this blue box. So anywhere between like 46.2 and 42 is where I'm going to be setting my limit. Alrighty. Let's see. Bro, Sango did you horrible, bro. Here we go. Hold on. So poor guy, bro. Poor guy. Oh man, Sango did him dirty, bro. You live and learn, right? You live and learn. Oh yeah. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is, but at least I don't, there's no words I could say. I'm sorry, bro. You're good. All right. So it is what it is, anyway, getting back to EJ. So this is where I'm looking for the buy, but right now, I know we were looking this morning at, let's get back out of replay mode. We were looking this morning for some possible sells. Can you switch to full screen if it's possible? Is it not on full screen? What do you mean? Like, hold on. You mean like that? Is that better? Right side of your desktop. Ah, gotcha, bro. Gotcha. Okay. Thank you, man. Here we go. There we go. Gotcha. Thank you. There we go. Is that better? Can you guys see better now? Awesome, man. You got it. Yeah, cool. Alrighty. So anywho, I am all right. So we got a good distro in here. All right. Obviously we've got another distribution that had happened in here. Price ends up breaking this low and actually taking out this low, which was really great. Comes in to start the week off. This was end of the week. We started the week off in here. And now what we're currently looking at is I want one of two things to happen. All right. I want price to either, at this point, I need us to show that willingness to go lower. That's kind of what I want. I want this to go lower and kind of see what happens here tonight during Asian. I'm really not interested in taking a trade during Asian on this. It looks like it's yeah, it looks like it's doing something in here, but I don't like if you haven't back tested Asian session, there's very little that really holds up during Asian. We were looking in here for some sells. You know, I really didn't have the confidence to pull the trigger on it, especially because this move here, the only thing it really broke was just this one little thing. I kind of wanted a really nice push down. If we would have got it, I would have looked, for something in here like this did. But you know, I'm not going to try and fight the counter trend because sells on this is counter trend. So unless I get very, very clear sells, I'm not going to jump into the sell prematurely. Alrighty. Would I take the trade even without the sign of weakness? No, no, no. I need the sign of weakness. Yeah, I need the sign of weakness. Absolutely. So you talking about sign of weakness? What on the higher time frame? Like in here? No, I need us to push down. So ideally, there's two things I would deal with, right? The first is ideally I would love for this to just push down because if that pushes down, that gives us structure that's defined, right? If that doesn't push down there, but at least we take out this, well, now we've made the order flow is now bearish, right? So I need ultimately to get some kind of confluence that the market is going to follow suit with this distribution, right? So, and of course, I'm personally willing to take the distribution because I'm holding buys. It's going to be a hedge for me. Like I've said, I'm not taking any more partials out of my buys until we get up to a more premium price. So the way I'm going to make money off EJ right now is going to be off the sells. All right. So ideally, like I said, if Asian session could come down here, make this low, potentially maybe London takes out the Asian high, and we get a nice distribution coming in here to go lower. All right. I'll tell you right now, I am still potentially looking at a sell from this area in here. Okay. But at this point, no limit orders for me. I need everything that happens on EJ right now in this area needs a schematic for me. So if we trade up here during London session and we get a schematic in here, I will take it lower. Obviously, my first areas that I'm going to be looking for some partials is going to be down here. Okay. But that's what I got on EJ. All right. I mean, we are, especially this push right here. This was that sign of weakness that really gave me confidence that this is going to go lower. All right. So that's what I got on EJ. Alrighty. How do you balance the perfect entry in the distribution without confirming your schematic? How do I balance the perfect entry in the distribution without confirming my schematic? No, I mean the schematic's got to be confirmed. I'm not risking, I'm not going to put capital on the line unless I got my confirmations. So for me, I need either a lower time frame. I need some sort of schematic to give me a reason to sell. Otherwise, you're just essentially going to be, if this continues up like this, right? If this does something like this, right? Why are you selling in bullish conditions, right? It's bullish order flow at that point. So I would need, if we do come into this area here, I would need the pop, break of structure, right? Mitigate out of here to go lower. That's ultimately what I would need. Alrighty. So that's EJ. All right. It's honestly pretty straightforward. Everything now involves one of two things: a schematic up here or a breakdown here, and then we reset and figure out what we're going to play off in here. All right. That's what EJ's got for me. On GA, listen, I'm still holding GA. I said I wasn't closing GA. I'm holding it. GA at this point, I was looking for a sell out of here. Never got it. And at this point, we're just in the middle of nowhere, right? We're in the middle between where I would sell it for the hedge and this is where I'd buy it from down here. All right. So if price makes one more leg down, anywhere in, I think it was something like hold on, anywhere in here, 350 minute is what I had. Yeah. So this candle right here, anything between 79.08 and this low is where I'd be looking for an accumulation. Alrighty. So that's ultimately what I'm looking at. Everything in here. So we get one more push. You can see my alert sitting right here around like 79.15. We get one more push and I get a schematic in here, I would be willing to take it. If we don't get the schematic in there, my extreme is sitting down in here. All right, the extreme of the leg that we created. And once again, the leg for me is this. We had this to this, and then we made this expansionary move right here. So what's remaining or what's maintaining the leg is this low right here. Okay. So that's what I'm waiting on GA. We're just kind of in the middle of nowhere. This thing is, I mean, realistically, from where I would take an entry, we're about 160 pips. From where I would start to look for a schematic, we're 85 to like 130. Alrighty. So that's ultimately what I'm waiting on. All right. I'm not at this point, I'm not really interested in selling it down because if we do go up to where I want to sell it from, then we broke an order flow. And at that point, I'd be looking for some buys to take this up. But I'm still looking at 185 is where I want to take this to. Alrighty. Okay, cool. That's GA, just an update on GA. All right, Chef JPY. So this stupid thing, this thing has finally, let's look at the daily, right? So we're still in valid distro, right? For me, we're still in valid distro. We have come into the area that I wanted the distribution to form. Okay. From there, and I guess I can get rid of my slingshot. Slingshot didn't pan out. From the distribution out of this daily candle, I took an entry off the 30-minute. So I took an entry off this 30-minute right here, right in here. All right. It wasn't a great entry. I'll tell you right now, it was like a 13 pip stop loss. So I wasn't too happy with it, but it was one of those that I was going to bed. I just rather set the limit on the extreme of this and let it go. At this point, it is at break even. I got triggered right here on this candle. And obviously when we made the intraday leg break, that's where I went to break even. So when I woke up in the morning, we were already like somewhere in here. So this entry is protected. And, I attempted to try to get into some entries this morning. So I'll kind of walk you guys through it. The 1 minute actually gave a pretty decent distro. So we had a distro in here. And so where I actually took it was off the 30-second. Actually, maybe the 15. Where was it? Yeah, the 15-second. So I played it off of this 15-second right here. Ended up, I mean, it was I didn't throw much at it. I'll be honest. Like I threw $50 at it. It wasn't, so yeah, on like a $50 trade, it wasn't up significant. I mean, it was a 1 to 42 at one point. I took some partials out of it just to pay myself something. I was looking at price to come, and I'll kind of walk you through what I was looking at. So price makes another low. You'll see what I'm talking about here. All right. So at this point here, we have a pretty decent schematic. I was looking at the 1 minute. You'll see this nice 1 minute candle right here. So I measured it off. I was going to take it off the 50% of it. The only thing I wanted from this though, because the LPSY entry, right? This would be a second LPSY entry. I wanted price to break below this wick. All right. This is that push that I wanted us to break. And I would have honestly, I would have been okay with just taking this because this wick in here obviously was like a manipulation. Obviously price though doesn't end up breaking it. Instead, what we do is we literally create equal lows. right? We literally create equal lows. So the fact that we couldn't break this stupid thing, I kind of went and I deleted this order. Actually, I never even put the order in, but I deleted the idea of taking this order here. Um, and you'll see price coming in. I was going to play off of this schematic right here. So 15-second schematic, I was going to play off as we came into here. We get a decent schematic, and at the UTAD, the next thing I needed for us to do was just break this low. We break this low, I was going to play off of something in here to go lower. But price ended up not doing it. So I ended up taking the break even on the original entry. And, from there, this thing kind of just fell apart. So what's next for Chef JPY? Well, it is the wonderful Asian session. I have absolutely no desire to get into a trade currently on it. What I want to do is this. So let's get up to a reasonable time frame. Okay. So where I am honestly looking for price to do something is I want to see if we can trade back into this up here, right? Into this distro. All right. If we can trade into this distro, again, my entry was up here, so I'm okay. My entry was actually the tip of that wick right there. Where I'd like to get into is this 46-minute candle right here. This 46-minute candle, 80% of that 46-minute is where I'm looking. Yeah. We went over it this morning. Can I trade Wyckoff alone, or do I combine it with order blocks? With order blocks, I'll tell you right now, like, I don't trade order blocks. Yeah, for me, like I never like order blocks, institutional candles. Now I do use, I don't know if you guys who trade order blocks, I don't know if you guys trade it the same way I do, where I'm looking for the most voluminous candle, because for me, that's telling me where they started their buy and where they started their sell, and then we need to mitigate something in between. So yeah. That's ultimately what I'm looking at. So this 46-minute is what I like, off the 80%. I think it's, and I'll tell you right now, I'm actually going to just play it off just a few pips below it. So if we come in off that 80%, you can see 80% lines up right here. We do have about a half a pip of imbalance just below that, right? You can see this wick right in here. And if we go to the 1 minute, you'll see that 1 minute candle. That's where I'm playing it off of, the 1 minute open. So I will, before I go to bed, here it is right here. So before I go to bed, I will have a limit order set at the open of this 1 minute candle. Alrighty. So it's a 3.9 pips stop loss. I mean, it is what it is. I know a lot of us have gotten to the point where, you really want to get those 1-2 pip stop losses, but a 4 pip stop, 4.8, depending on your spread, really isn't that bad. So that 1 minute candle lines up really nicely with that 46-minute. There's a bunch in there as well. Like the 50-minute is right there. Where is it? Yeah. So you'll see like the 50-minute is sitting right here. There's a lot of volume in this one candle. So for me, that was the UTAD. From that UTAD, what do we do? This UTAD forced the break, right? Forced that break. So cause and effect, it broke intraday structure. So that's where my limit order is sitting. Okay. Can I send it in Discord? Yeah, I'll send it in Discord, man. Hold on. Yeah, I'll throw it in. Bear with me. So what I'm going to do is I'll throw 2 charts in there. Okay. I'll throw the one with the 1 minute like this. All right. So I'm going to throw that one in. I'll throw it in right now just so I don't forget, man. All right. So we got the 1 minute in there. And then, like I said, I'm going off of that 46-minute. Let's see. Hold on. All right. And then, like I said, off of, yeah. I don't know if you guys paid attention, but if you guys are on the Owanda feed, you guys, there's this long wick in here. But if you utilize the Asian session deleting tool, you won't see it. So yeah, I'm looking, like I said, I'm looking at something like this, just below that. So go to that 1 minute candle, and I'm looking to take it down off of that. All right, so something like that, or that 46 minutes where I'm looking. All right, the Asian delete tool. Yeah, you guys don't have that? Yeah, it's right there. I'll show it to you. Hold on. Give me a sec. Yeah, that way it kind of helps alleviate a lot of the. All right, I'll throw this in this Discord too. Bam. Okay. So yeah, all you got to do is you could just make a box, right? You could just make a box here, and you just make sure that it's the Asian hideout. So when it's the Asian hideout, it deletes that shenanigans, man. So you don't have to worry about any of that. It's like Asian never even happened. All right. So Chef JPY, it's pretty easy. Like I've got the limit order. You know, if it wasn't for it being Asian session right now or close to it, I would have the limit order active. But before I go to bed tonight, I will set the limit order, you know, off of that. If you're willing, you know, listen, if you're willing to take it off the 50%, take it off the 50%. It's a 7 pip stop, you know. At this point, you know, we've gotten that really nice sign of weakness. We've broken that finally, that intraday order flow. You know, if you pay attention to how Chef JPY got up there, you know, look at that. We were just making higher highs and higher lows on the order flow side. So we finally broke it. You know, and I'm like I said, I'm going to be looking to take this down. My targets on this thing are, you know, I want to get down to here. This is where I'm going to, you know, 116 flat is where I'm going to be taking some partials. And then I want to, you know, higher time frame. We're bullish on this thing. So I want to trade it. I want to trade it down into this accumulation or into here. So that's where I potentially be looking for like a possible hedge on it. All right. How many years have I been trading? I've been trading 3 years. Yeah, 3 years I've been trading. So all right. So Chef JPY, pretty standard, pretty easy. You know, we are still in that valid distribution. And yeah, you know, just if you're gonna be up for London, you know, definitely I'd have Chef JPY on your radar. All right. I definitely would have it up on your radar. So all right, I can delete that because I don't need that. All right. So those are the three that I'm active in. Pending orders. So pending orders, Euro GBP. Let's go up to, you know, we don't need to go to a higher time frame, right? We know that Chef JPY or Euro GBP is in weekly distro. It's been bearish for 2020, you know, and now we're in the extreme of the leg, right? Here's what's maintaining bearishness, right? This is that leg push. We are in the extreme of the leg. I had a limit order set at 80% of the 1 hour candle and the 4 minute open that was sitting here. I mean, this stupid thing came, I don't even know how many pips from our entry. Yeah, that's how far. I mean, we were what, 5.5 pips from entry. So, I mean, it is what it is. No big deal. I would though pay attention to, where do I have it marked on the 1 hour? Yeah, pay attention to the type 2 distro that we currently have sitting, right? I don't mind if I miss this entry. Great. We have currently, I want to see us possibly come into here, create that UTAD that which will activate my order. And after that, then break a structure. I'll catch the second entry and I'll walk it down. All right. That's what I'm going to do. EU is never going to come back again. Bro, listen, EU, man, EU. Where can you find the Discord link? If you're on the YouTube, if you're on YouTube, just go into my links on my channel. Yeah, it's there. If not, here, hold on. You know what? I'll just make it simple, man. I will just make it simple. Hold on. All right, so all right, there we go. All right, so that's the Discord link, and here I'll paste it in here as well. Here is the Discord link. There you go. All right. All right. Let's see. Yeah, cool. There we go. All right. And what do we got? Can you please give some tips for those who are starting to backtest this strategy? I'm a bit lost when backtesting and don't know exactly where to start. Man. So I'll tell you this, like when you're backtesting it, find your most recent leg and then go back and try to find the entry where that expansionary move started. I could tell you backtesting is pretty difficult. Um, it's something that took me a little bit to really get down, but I would say that I have a really good I have a really good understanding of how to backtest now. And a perfect example here, because I did this with one of the guys that I'm kind of mentoring. So we just picked a random pair, and I have probably I can count on one finger the amount of times I've traded NZD Chef. So this is what I did. I came into NZD Chef, right, the other day. And what we did was we we ultimately just picked an area, right? And I think what I did was I came back and I went into replay mode like right here. Okay. And the reason I went there is this was, obviously this was September 2020. I could still get on lower time frames if I wanted to. I saw that this was an accumulation. So I went to replay mode, went in here, figured out where I was going to buy from. Okay. And from that, you know, like if I came down here, I think the lowest I can get was a 5. Yeah, no, I can't even get on the 5 minute now. Hold on. It was the 5 minute. I'll get down to the 15 though. Let's see. So I came in here. Let's go to the 15. Right. So you could see I kind of started marking up. I was like, all right, so find the candle that did this. In this case, I found this lovely 88-minute candle, right? Found this beautiful 88-minute candle. And I took my entries off of it. And as price ultimately, comes into that area while we were back testing it, right? We come in here, come to like a lower time frame, like maybe the 15. Yeah, yeah. So as price comes down into the 50% of the 88-minute, what do we get? We get an accumulation, and I just started. I don't know if I was able to get lower time frame. I know there was a couple of there we go. Yeah, yeah. So I'm looking, all right. So I'm looking at an entry here off of the 50%. You could see that entry here triggers off of this type 1. So that was my first entry, took it up. And that's honestly how you play it. Just go in replay mode, start working the entries and how you're going to take it. The way I ended up playing this out was we took, here's what we did, right? This was the back test we did. So I took a total of 4 positions in this one leg. One of them resulted in a stop loss hit. The other 3 resulted in a total of the other resulted was 21 days that we traded this for 4 positions, 3 wins, 1 loss, ROI of $83,646. And my total risk was 1% or $1,000. So that's how we back tested it. And this is something that you just got to work on. You can kind of see how like I was playing the distros in there. This ever does. It's lagging. All right, hold on. All right, how about now? Is it back? Are we good? All right, cool. So yeah. Anyway, that's how I backtest. And I'll tell you right now, if you guys want, I would just for practice, go back and backtest. Go back to September 2020 off of this this accumulation, and go back and find the entries. There was 4 really good entries. 3, one was a loss, but 3 really good entries, and I closed them out right here at this high. That's where we closed them out, and you could see. I mean, you definitely could have taken some advantage of it. But this was something that I haven't traded but once, I think, in my entire life, so I really didn't have a good fix on it. But it provided just to give you an idea of what it looks like. I mean, it did provide some really good positions, just working entries all in here. You know, yeah, yeah. What do I think about EA? We'll look at EA, man, but taps into 50% of the 1 hour candle. So I play the LPSY. I think we keep going lower. Yeah, I mean, we could. Can you trace structure on Chef JPY? Trace structure? Sure. On the higher time frame? Yeah. Chef JPY on the higher time frame is this. There it is for you. Right? So leg is here to here to here to here to here. Right? That's your structure. Does that make sense? Backtesting schematics take a long while. Yeah, it could. I'll tell you right now, like, I laugh when I tried doing like backtesting training with you know, the people I mentor, and I say I'm going to do it. It's going to be an hour, and I kid you not, it takes like 3.5 hours to do one pair. So how come I use odd time frames? You know, I don't know. For me, it's not the time frame that matters. It's the candle and the price action. So just if I were gonna tell you to think outside the box, the algorithm, there's a reason why like MT4 only allows you to use certain time frames, right? I mean, I know you can go and backdoor it and do different time frames, but there's a reason why the average person only knows to use like the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the 15-minute, the 5-minute, whatever. When you start looking at different time frames, you're able to see price a little differently, and you're able to really hone in on some entries. All right. Okay. Talk to me about BTC towards the end. All right. But yeah. So does this answer your question on Chef JPY? There you go. All right. We'll get to remind me EA when we get onto my primary list. So yeah. Why do I use the 88-minute on it? I use the 88-minute because that's the full volume candle. I want to know where price. I want to know where the institution like activated their sell to get into their buy. All right. So I need the most voluminous candle. Why were you still looking for sells when the leg that has last broke structure was broken? Wait, why were you still looking for sells when the leg that last broke structure was broken? The leg that last broke structure. You're talking about this in here? Hold on. Oh. Yeah, you're talking about this? Okay. So let me ask you, why is that structure? Because for me, it's structure within the schematic, but it's not structure because this is what's maintaining bullishness. We haven't broken true structure yet. Right? If we go to, let's go to like the, you know what, here, hold on. Let's just go. So when we're looking at the schematic, this was enough, right? This break right here was enough for me to look for an entry from here. But all of this right here is just order flow, right? Order flow, like I said, I mean, order flow is like number 4 on my list, right? Structure is number 1. And I think what I say, like the moon phases is number 2, and like maybe like, I don't even know, maybe like what my 6-year-old tells me is number 3. Like order flow is last. You know, like for me, order flow can break 15 times, right? We can get 15 breaks of order flow, but structure is ultimately what I'm looking for. So can price come into this daily candle, which is the UTAD, test out of it, and then go lower? Absolutely. This isn't structure, right? This isn't structure. All it is essentially order flow. It's structure within my schematic, and it's enough for me to take the entry. So this for me was the enough to set the limit order off of that. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. All right. So EG, we talked about, you know, I dropped that in there. For me, EG is solid. You know, we are at this point either going to play off of this distribution, or it's going to come in and activate me. All right. So it's just a matter of waiting and seeing what's going to play out on EG. But EG is definitely on my scope. I'm going to be watching it. What is the most valid structure from your perspective? Well, ideally, higher time frame is always going to be the best. So for me, my higher time frame leg. So anything, like if you're just going to average it out, I would say like the daily legs, those are the most important. Daily leg, the weekly leg, it's the same thing. Even, like on a 4 hour, the daily leg and the 4 hour are the same leg essentially. All right. All right. Getting into, let's just go down the list here. AU. So real quick, and I'll just kind of give you my thoughts on AU, right? We're bearish, higher time frame, right? Higher time frame, we are bearish. We broke by 1 pipette. This took out this low, right? And then we followed suit with that. All right. Now, when you ask yourself, what is maintaining bearish structure, right? The answer should not be this, because that is not maintaining bearish structure. All right. There's 2 ways to look at this currently, right? The first way is the leg, right? So our higher time frame leg is essentially that right now. Okay. There is a 5-minute distribution. I would highly suggest you get in there, screenshot it, know where your entry and stop loss is now before, 3 months from now, when we eventually, if we do get up there, you know exactly what to play off of. But yeah, it was, and just to give you guys a quick look, I mean, this is what it looked like. That is our distro right in here. So I've got it screenshotted. I'm looking, my limit order is set off of that. So yeah. Absolutely, bro. AU is, yeah, it is what it is. I am, like I said, I am 100% putting a limit order off of that 5-minute. But now this is your higher time frame leg, your intraday leg, right? This is what's maintaining bearishness on the intraday, because essentially price does this to that. Okay. So all this noise and slop and whatever the hell it is to me just a whole lot of nothing, right? That's essentially what I'm, that's what I'm looking at. It's just this shenanigans. So could this potentially be an accumulation? Absolutely, it could, and I would be looking for price to trade back into here to potentially sell off. This is essentially our slingshot. This is our extreme, right? So that's when that's what I play off of, now let's just look at the facts, right? Because I like to deal with what is currently going on with price action. So I do have an idea to buy once we get into this area here. There was lower time frame accumulation, but what is price currently doing, right? We have a distribution. Distribution makes a new low, right? Has another distribution. Distribution makes a new low. So listen, if it works once, if it works twice, third time's the charm, right? I want to get a distribution up in here and let's get a new low. So that's honestly what I'm looking at for AU currently. It's not my favorite setup, but listen, if it's making lows on the order flow side, we are higher time frame bearish. We are intraday bearish. We are currently right now lower time frame bearish. Order flow is bearish. So, between the flip of the coin of buying and selling, I got to look for a sell. And for me, this is the most logical area to look for a sell if we get up there, right? Which we're currently there now. I mean, it's right at my alert line. I'm actually just going to move that up a little bit. But this is where ideally I'd be looking at, is in this blue box right here, right? And if you go back into it, there was a distribution that occurred in here. So this is where I'd be looking. All right. Yeah, it's Asian session too, so I'm not even worried about it. Yeah, not that the candle timeframes reinforce my bias. It just the volume of that candle tell me what I need to know. And what's moon phases? Yeah. The moon phases are Actually, there is like an indicator for moon phases. I kid you not. So no, I was just being facetious. So yeah, I really don't use moon phases. Um, come on, Yuri. It's not garbage. Come on, for the love. Hey, drop your UCAD chart. I know because you caught a UCAD, right? You caught UCAD this morning. I'm gonna go over UCAD too for what I'm looking at. We'll kind of jump. We'll jump on it, man. So anyway, this is what I'm looking for. AU, get us a distro right here, and I'm gonna play games with it. I'll take it down, make a new low. Alrighty, and then potentially we'll see if we can play ping pong with it, and selling it is going to be obviously the pro trend side of it. So I'm good with that. And if we get down in here for a possible hedge, I'm going to buy it. Right, I'll buy it off of this accumulation right here. Okay, so and if you look, I think I got it on the 15 second. Yeah. Here's go. So here's your 15-second area that I'm looking for buys out of, right? Actually 30-second. Yeah, here we go. So these are the two areas I'd be looking for buys, right? Be looking for buys here. All right. So that's AU. That's what I got on AU. We'll play it out. All right, CAD-J. So CAD-J for me, it's a tale of two cities. That's what it is. I am doing one of two things. So CAD-J, we're bullish, right? We're bullish. So we come down into this accumulation. I got my alert sitting right here. All right, enough. All right. CAD-J comes down there. I will be looking for an accumulation to buy it up. Okay. That's ultimately what I'm looking at. Where I have some confluence that I'm willing to take the entry is it's an 8.3 pip stop. Right here, it's the 80% of the 4-hour, 50% of the 17-minute. All right. So if we go to the H4, hold on, I didn't have the right one. If we go to the 4-hour, you'll see that I'm looking at this 4-hour candle right here. And then if we go to the 17-minute, you'll see where I'm looking to play is, maybe I should have done replay mode. There we go. I'm looking to play off of this 17-minute right here. Okay. So you could see the schematic. You could see, right? That's ultimately our preliminary support. I have another preliminary support sitting here. Here's our trading range, climax, test, LPS. So this is what I want to play off of to go higher. Okay. Why an accumulate? Oh, yeah. It's because of the stop loss. Yeah. You count on the 15-minute. All right, bro. We'll look at it, man. Yeah. Yes, sir. Hold on. 1 minute after you got, I saw you took that. You said you took the 1 minute break of structure, right? Yeah, cool. But anyway, CAD-J, that's where I'd be looking for the buy. I mean, listen, if you want to take it off the 80%, there's just not a lot of confluence off this 80. That 80% would be a 2 pip stop. It's up to you. Like I personally, we have some room. I'll tell you, I have the limit ready for it. It's just I mean that stop loss is a little big for me. That 8.3 is a little big. So, we're a little ways away. We are 70 pips from it. So, we'll see. All right. Now at this point, if we make this low like that, right, then this sell is off the table for me, right? This distribution that we got down here. So we'll see if we buy it. If I get into the buy here and then we walk it up, I may still potentially look for a hedge out of these two positions, but I prefer the buy on it. All right. Yeah. Yep. You can half it and wait for the accumulation. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, it's just, for me, it comes down to the margin. Like I only have so much limited margin that I can use. I'm still holding EJ and GA are taking up a significant amount of margin still for me. So But that's ultimately what I got. I mean, definitely go in there if you want to, if you feel comfortable taking it off the 80%. Take it off the 80%. It's a 2 pip stop loss. But that's where I'd be looking for the buy. So, and if it comes down and broke, would you sell from that distro? Would I sell from this distro? No, no, no. I wouldn't sell from the distro because let's like let's just take a look at this. Okay. So look at the daily for a second. All right. So the daily, what are we potentially in the start of? Right. Potentially we're in a distribution here. Right. I got 50% of the 3-day is what I got marked off. That's kind of what I've got my eye on in here. All right. If we go to the 3-day, there she is. All right. There she is. So we potentially are starting a distribution, but on the higher time frame, right? On the higher time frame, if we break this low right here, right? All this is, for me, this isn't what is maintaining the leg, right? What's maintaining the leg is if we just look at it, right? So we had this break of structure that happens here, right? Well, what was the cause of that break of structure? And for me, price does this, right? Price comes here, up to this, up to that, to here, to here. And then from this, it rallies and creates that. So this is your entire leg. This is what's maintaining that higher time frame bullish structure. So we've got a long ways to come down. This thing just took off. So like, will I still sell it? Absolutely. But I'm going to be looking for the sell out of the bigger distribution. All right. I want to see if we can do something like this on the higher time frame, much like Chef JPY is. So yeah. All right. Cool. So just keep an eye on CAD. All right. I definitely, like I said, I like that. I like the 17-minute candle a lot. So AU might, let's see. Yeah, it could, Yuri. I agree. Wait a minute. You're talking about taking out the Asian high? Talking about taking this out? Yeah. You know what? Let me, yeah. It could. I mean, it's not, I'll tell you right now, AU for me is not on my great, like on the highest priority list for me. Yeah. So look, here's a great example of what we do, right? Look at that. See what happens? Look at that. Look at that. It's like it's not even there. There's your Asian. Yeah. There's your there's your Asian session thing right there, man. Yeah, I mean it could. I just don't want it to violate structure. Right now, or not structure, but like the order flow. So we'll play it out. I'm not really interested in jumping into a trade on AU right now anyway. Who needs trading proof? Yeah. So you just got to hide the Asian stuff. So that was CAJ, right? For me, I'm looking, I'm looking for the buy when we get down here, right? So I got an alert set around 86.30. My limit order is going to be 86.175. Okay. And like I said, it's 80% of the H4 and the 50% of the 17-minute. All right. EU, I know some people had a markup on EU. Yeah, UJ's. Yeah, I'll get to UJ, bro. Oh, I got it. Yeah. All right. So how do you get the session breaks like that? It's like, are you using, so the one I got is sessions on chart, which is this one here. Sessions on chart is the one I use. And then you can do one of two things, right? So under inputs, activate high and low. So if I don't have activate high and low, then my OCD really starts clicking and like I get very violent because this is what ultimately it looks like as soon as it loads. Hold on. Come on. I wonder why it's not showing. Maybe I did something to like alter it. Anyway, here, I'll show you. So when I don't activate high and lows, right, it looks like Yuri's chart, like this. It's got the lines, and I just can't do that. I can't have all that shenanigans. So yeah, bro, for sure. I throw that thing in the damn. Anyway, yeah. There you go. So EU, I'll tell you right now, the buy I was looking for down here just never panned out. Make no mistake, right? I'm bullish on EU, right? We're being held up. This is what's maintaining structure right here on EU, right? We came down. This was the cause of this leg. All right. Can we still come down? Absolutely, right? Because what have we done, right? Oh, hold on. I think there we go. So what have we done? We've just done this, right? We've ultimately, actually, hold on. I screwed that up. To here, to here, to here, to here, to here, right? That's ultimately what we've done. All right. Would I now be looking to see if I can sell this down? I mean, potentially I could. I still want to see us trade deeper into this candle. And for me, it's the 5-hour candle, right? If you come over, holy crap, bro. If you come here and look at the 5-hour, for you, is that order flow? There, for me, there's no such thing as structure on the H4, right? Is it intraday structure? Yeah, that's intraday structure. Yeah. So here's that 5-hour candle I'm looking at. All right. Yeah. This is just the intraday structure. Okay. But we're still being maintained, right? We're still being maintained higher time frame by this. So I would potentially be looking for price to tap into this area here to give me one leg more down. Okay. You didn't hear you well? All right. Is structure valid only when there's a 50% retracement? No. I don't need I mean, I guess by definition, the minimum pullback is like a 23.6, but it's all about the legs for me, you know. I need price to make a new low. So, price makes a new low, and then we make a new low. And this was a valid pullback. And then we make a new low. So this to me was a valid pullback from here to here. All right. So yeah, I'm potentially looking for price to do something here, right? I mean, you could see we were potentially in a distribution. This thing is just kind of going up. If it does come into this area here, I'll be looking for a distribution. If we take out this high, then I honestly will be looking for a buy potentially out of this area right here. Something like that to come here to go higher. All right. So for me, EU, just like there's no play for me to get really into EU yet. Honestly, the play that I would have been looking for, I think happened last week, because the play was when we made this intraday high and we had this type 2 distribution, when price retapped into demand, that was the entry. That was the entry. So, and then of course, now we just made this new high, which means this is what's maintaining structure on the intraday. Okay. Yeah. So right now for me, like EU is just sitting on my hands and waiting. If we get a distro up in this area here, I potentially will take a sell down on it. All right. GBP Chef. I know some of the guys were looking at GBP Chef for a sell out of this area here. Well, that thing is long gone. Last week we were looking at this, and 400 pips later, what is it? 450 pips later, she just never came back up. So we've broken intraday structure, and at this point, this is what's maintaining higher time frame structure. So you could see I've got my box, I've got an alert. If we get a clean accumulation in here, I will take this up. Now, there was an accumulation that occurs in here. Just looking at it now, I could see it. Yeah, so we did have an accumulation that occurs in here. Let's see. Won't let me get down lower time frame. All right. Well, there is an accumulation that occurs in there, but at this point with GBP Chef, I just want to get a tight entry. So you could see on the 15-minute what it's doing. We've got, we made a low, we just made a new low. So I just really hate this price action. I really hate this. I really hate this. To me, you've got these high voluminous impulses, right? With just crap in the middle, and that's something I just don't have any patience for. I mean, you figure for the last 8.5 hours, this thing's been in a 10 pip range, so that's just something with GPP Chef, like if we get something around like 126, 100, get an accumulation in here, I would be looking to take it up into that distro. All right. So that's G Chef. Pound NZD. I was looking to see if this accumulation that formed could create a break, and it didn't. So, yeah, that's great that this is an accumulation, but what did it do? And for me, it did absolutely nothing, right? It didn't create a new high or a new low. So at this point, I'm just going to be sitting here watching it. Now, we do have some ice. We could potentially get a redistribution. If we get a redistribution, this looks like a small lower time frame distribution that occurred in there. I would potentially be looking for an entry out of that shakeout. Let's just see. What time was this? All Asian. This is all Asian into London. All right, so for sure. All right, so it did give a distro in here. I think you should use Asian. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I mean, it did give a distro. Like if we came back in there, I would potentially look to see if I was going to get an entry. I'll tell you right now, what's that 2-minute look like? 2-minute, what's a 3-minute? That 3-minute candle. Did we come into 50% of that 3-minute? Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, son of a gun, bro. All right. What time was this at? 4:00 in the morning. 4:00. Did anybody catch it during London here? I mean, that was honestly a clean entry. It gave the confirmation. Damn. Oh well. Yeah. Are you dropping all this on Discord? I'm only going to drop. I only drop the charts that I do on Discord, like the ones I'm going to set limits off of. So otherwise, then I just flood. I flood Discord with like 30 charts, and that's too much. Like you get lost in that. So it wasn't on your watch list. Damn, Patrick, bro. If this was on your watch list, you don't even want to know what this risk to reward would have been. Actually, it's not that. Well, let's see. What is GN? This would have been a 7 pip. Yeah. Oh well. All right. I'm not gonna get too crazy with it until we break that, which I think we are. We're gonna. I want to say we're gonna come lower on this. If we look at if we look at the 4-hour, this is where I want us to come into. Right there. I want us to come into that. All right. Because this was the cause of that push. All right. So ideally, that's what I want to do. How do I focus in on a few key things so I'm not looking at too many pairs? So this is what I did, right? I traded the lowest spread, so I stick to the majors. But just keep in mind this, right? And this is something that I tell people, like I'm not a ping pong player, right? I don't sit on the 5-minute and try to catch a 1 to 10 here, a 1 to 5 here, a 1 to 3 here, a 1 to 11 here, a 1 to 12, right? What I like to catch is I like to catch the 1 to 75 in just one swoop, right? If that means that I have to wait, like on EJ, what do we wait? We waited like 22 days on EJ. So if you're going to only focus in on a couple pairs, you just you have to prepare yourself to have the discipline to not trade for a week. If that's the case, you know, um, that's why I personally don't limit myself. Right. Because an alert can go off a great example here, UJ, right? Let's just look at UJ. The alert went off on UJ today, right? My alert went off on UJ just now. All right. Look for buys in the SC area. All right. So look for buys in here. I've waited on UJ. I have waited now. Let's say I've waited 20 days. All right. So as long as you can prepare yourself to accept that, right? That you may not get a trade this week. All right. If most of you guys that have been following in the Discord with me, last fall, I was taking on average, anywhere from 30 to 40 trades, right? A month. And I said at the beginning of the year, most of you guys can remember, I said at the beginning of the year that I was going to stop counter trend trading without a just reason. And I was going to be a little more selective about the pairs that I wanted to trade. And that's happened, right? I'm at 49 trades year to date. And my P&L is, I'll tell you right now, I'm almost at triple at what I was the same time last year in profits. Okay. So that's just something you have to prepare yourself for. If you're going to make that stand and say, I'm only going to trade 6 pairs, right? Listen, it's perfectly fine. If you guys follow Sam, right? Sam trades 4 to 6 pairs. That's it. And if you notice, right, there's some weeks he only takes 1 trade. So that's ultimately, that's the discipline you have to have, right? When you get to the point where you can be that disciplined and wait for price to come into your higher time frame points of interest, that's where honestly you're making these big pushes. All right. Yeah. It is. Trust me. That's honestly why, like, I do trade an FTMO account, but I've actually, and I'll tell you right now, it is, I'm not saying, because I know a lot of people don't have the luxury of trading a large account for their personal, my personal account is, I can do whatever the heck I want with it. So I have that luxury where I can trade it however I deem fit. And my prop firm accounts, my FTMO and the other one that I'm doing now, those are kind of just what I trade so that I don't have to withdraw from my personal account. All right. I'm waiting on my higher time frame POI. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, you just have to be patient with it, and that's why, if you like, when I'm going through charts and stuff, that's why I have a primary list, and look at my secondary list. Look at all that stuff on my secondary list, because if I'm waiting for something for 20 something days, I can trade something else, that has come into the higher time frame point of interest. There's at least 1 or 2 pairs every week that do something in a higher time frame point of interest. So that's, that would be my piece. Do you trade gold? Because of volatility, do I trade gold? I trade gold. Yes. So just H4 POIs, like LPSYs and extremes for beginners. Just find your, for me, it's the intraday leg, right? That intraday leg. Like, if you want to trade the weekly and the daily, great. But for me, when price comes into these legs, like when we did our case study on EJ, when we did GA, right? I mean, those came into the extremes. Those are easy to take, so, especially like if you were on that, because I think you were on Thursday's call where we did gold. I mean, just look at what gold did, and unfortunately, like I was there, like I didn't catch any of those moves either, but when we back tested it, what I did, I mean, I made a mental note. I definitely, feel that, I'm not going to let that move pass me by again. So exactly. Nope. Sango, you hit it, man. Listen, it all circles back to your journal, right? All comes back to your journal. Your journal is ultimately the key point, right? The key element in your trading success. So, everything needs to surround itself around that journal. All right. Sometimes I feel like I'm missing things not being in the market for days, for a week at a time. Well, so just, I'll tell you right now, like, what I would not do is I would not just abandon the charts until your alert goes off. That's something I wouldn't do, right? Still keep up with stuff, still follow price action, I mean, I'll tell you right now, a great example. Was it this trade? Hold on. Was it? So I did a back test the other day. Yeah, here it is right here. So we did a back test the other day. We put a lot of work into this stupid thing. We did a back test on gold. And if you guys haven't done it, I think it's told everyone I would definitely look at doing a back test from here to here, right? Do a back test on gold. And it was a total of 6 positions, right? 6 positions that was definitely up for grabs. And I mean, a lot of these positions were some major profits, right? Some major profits. It was this one here. Was it this one, or was it, hold on. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, there was some major, like, I went through, I back tested it myself, and then I back tested it with a bunch of the guys as well. And gold gave some really nice moves. It definitely gave some nice moves. You just got to be able to go out there and do it. So, case study on EJ, you said, Mike. Yeah, we did. I'll talk to you later about it. Yeah. Gold, yeah, bro, Yuri, gold was awesome, man. Gold was awesome. I mean, it gave a couple 1-to-100s and stuff like that. So, my personal as a backup, just in case one day those prop firms decide it would be yeah, absolutely. My, like I said, I have that luxury that my personal account is definitely larger than the equity I trade in a prop firm. So, I compound that and just live off the prop firms. What were some misconceptions you or see others when it comes to trading? Not understanding structure the proper way. That by far was the biggest Houdini move, the biggest, like, if you guys are Star Wars fans, the whole Jedi mind trick, like, in my opinion, majority of people were taught structure improperly. And once I taught myself structure and then taught it the right way, the market, and I guarantee you a lot of people on this call who have learned it the right way now can attest that once you understand what structure is really doing, it's so much freaking easier to understand the market. Yeah. You failed a couple FTMO challenges, not because of risk, but because of being shy of 10%. Yeah, it is. I'll tell you right now, listen, the biggest, and it's all mindset when it comes to those challenges. It's all mindset, because you have a time crunch, you have a profit target, and now, like, you're on the clock, where, you look back at your journal and you're like, damn, for the last 3 months, I've been averaging 14% without sweating. And now I'm struggling to make 10% in a month, so, another way, further way back, price reacted off the accumulation on gold. Further way back, price reacted off the accumulation. You talking about this one? Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah. I mean, I hope you're talking about this one. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So it's actually a reaccumulation, not an accumulation, but yeah, it was a reaccumulation. And yeah, absolutely. I mean, I personally think it's coming lower. This is just the pullback that we're gonna play into. But yeah, I'm still, listen, you guys know I'm still holding. Where's she at? I'm still holding that. So I still got it's down. I ain't gonna lie, it's down to a 0.05 lot, but I'm still holding that. And ideally we'll see if we can get to that weekly candle. So yeah, no worries. Do I have a proper structured video on YouTube? No, I haven't done one. What you get, Yuri? Yeah, bro. Bro, I'll tell you right now, this is what it's all about, bro. This is work. This is how you work charts. That right there. That's the kind of commitment you've got to do to this. You know what I mean? You've got to put in that work. I mean, look, you could see, here you go. I mean, this is what my chart looks like. These were, this was the work. There were entries in here. 5-minute, right? Yeah. Here you go. So just to give you guys an idea, there were, I don't know where my positions went, but there was 2 entries in here to take it up. I did take a loss in here somewhere. This entry never came in. And then there were these 2 positions right here. This was a 1 to 95. This was a 1 to 22, and then obviously those guys, the guys that caught this one here, hey, congrats, bro. I know a couple guys. I know Nate's still in this. I know Kevin's still holding. At one point this was at a 1 to 60. So yeah, good job. Where is it at? Yeah. So yeah, this is just me going back through and back testing. Here's the gold. That one here. This was a 1 to 28. Nice little intraday move, but it definitely gave the entries. So do you mark up market structure by using price that reacted off supply and demand zones? No. So just for me, market structure is all the legs, and just remember supply and demand zones. True supply and demand zones are. Supply is where sellers got in. Demand is where buyers got in. The only sellers and buyers I care about are institutional buyers and sellers. And how do we know when institutions get in the market? They form a schematic. So find the schematic, find supply and demand, right? So, cause and effect is a big thing. Understand what that schematic did. Yep, there you go. If the schematic doesn't cause a new high or new low, then I'm not concerned with it. All right. I'm not concerned with it. Okay. So getting back, we talked about GN. I honestly got nothing on NU. NU is it's just crap. So I got nothing that I want to really do anything with. I've got an alert up here. You can kind of see we've, much like AU, obviously there's divergence between NU and AU. But I am, I'm not really interested in touching NU until we get up into this area here, right? That's I'm actually going to move that right there. Okay. But I do want to talk about UCAD, because UCAD for me is going to be a freaking awesome one. How many schematics are there? Okay, so there are 8 types of accumulation, 7 types of distribution, 4 types of redistribution, 4 types of reaccumulation. All right. Yeah. So don't get too caught up in like learning all of them. I'll tell you right now, for me, I treat type 1s as type 1s. I treat type 2s through 8 as the same type, right? It has the same confirmations that I need for entry. So yeah. Just don't get so caught up on it. All right. And if you're curious to know like all the different types, it's pretty simple. I want to go over UCAD. Hold on. Yeah. And we'll go over EA. All right. Yeah, just type in go into retail trading patterns and you'll find your schematics. So you go to images and here you go. Perfect. There's your schematics right here. These are all your schematics, right? These are all your schematics right in here. All right. So, you've got your type 5s, you've got your redistributions, right? You've got your type 4s, you've got your type 2s. These are all your schematics. They're just retail trading patterns. You just got to know what phase you're in to properly trade them. Okay. It's pretty simple. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. All right, bro. Sango, have a go, man. I'll see you in the morning. That's all it is. So yeah, just know where you are in the schematic, right? Schematics have key phases. You have to know where you are in the phase. All right. So let's get into UCAD, right? So Yuri, I know Yuri threw this out on the chat this morning, man. Yuri caught off the 15. Okay, so you took it off the extreme. Yeah, you took it off the extreme. I got you, bro. Yeah. No, that was a rock solid hit. All right, bro. Have a good one, man. Yeah, I'll see you in the morning. what's the difference between volume and order flow? So think of order flow as momentum, right? Order flow is momentum. And where is price going? Like are buyers in control, or are they taking price higher? Are they taking it lower? And then volume is the amount of orders. So an example is like, if you got a candle that's this big, right? That's a lot of volume. A lot of orders were filled in that candle. And if you've got a candle that big, right? That's not a lot of volume in that candle. So for me, I want to deal with when the market is having a high amount of order flow, a lot of volume into the candles. Yeah. Where can you get a deeper understanding of structure? Dude, I'll tell you what. I would definitely jump into some of my older videos. I talk about it pretty much every time, but jump on. I know Yuri's on here. Yuri does a Furious Monday Zoom call. He drops it in our Aporia group, or I drop it for him, but it's in the link. He covers structure. I don't know of a really good video on YouTube right now that does. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Pips of Persia. There you go, bro. Pips of Persia. I forgot about him. Yeah, just Google Pips of Persia. I think he just dropped, because I saw maybe something when I was looking through Instagram. I saw something. He was dropping another market structure, but he trades the same way. He does Wyckoff theory. I honestly, I haven't watched any of his stuff in a really long time, but yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So a boof, yeah, break of order flow. Yep, break of order flow. I coined it. So if what's his name? What's the ICT guy? If he wants to let me catch him using boof or slingshot, oh boy. You guys already know that I've patented the slingshot candle, right? So let me catch him on a Telegram or something like that. So yeah. Bro, whatever. He's an idiot, man. He's an idiot. All right, so let's go to UCAT. So Yuri caught a fantastic entry off of this extreme. If you guys remember, on UCAT, we are in distribution, right? So no question that we are bearish, higher time frame. Okay, we did trade into the slingshot that created the new low. All right. And coming into that, we did have a distribution. From that distribution, right, we created a new low. All right. So what is maintaining bearishness within this distribution is that UTAD. All right. As price ultimately comes in, it creates another distribution right in here. Right. Another distribution right in here. I personally didn't take any entries. I was just busy. This was, I think, Thursday, Friday, and then this was last night. But what I would like to see is I would like for us to just trade below this a schematic, right? This is an accumulation. It looks like we had another accumulation here. I would prefer if this trades below that break of order flow. And then where I'm going to be setting a limit when that happens is right here. All right, right here. And just to give you guys, for those of you that don't have the premium package, right? If you go down to the 1 minute, you're going to miss out a lot. Wants to go after John Phibbs, so I'm not in his Telegram, but I did see. Did you guys see the war between him and Raym? Bro, that was hilarious. Yeah, it was hilarious. Yeah. It was hilarious. All right, so. Well, bro, he's been ready, man. He's been ready, bro. That guy's a traitor. So John Phibb broke the NDA apparently. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Yeah. So UCAD, right? Here's our 1 minute distribution, right? If you don't have premium, you're gonna miss out. So I will give you guys this benefit of the doubt, right? I'm gonna give you guys this. So if you go to the 30-second, you could see the distribution. Everybody could see this nice distribution, right? No, he is the real deal, man. Yeah, absolutely. I talked to John last night for 5 hours about it. Did you really? Oh, okay. No. Okay. I got you. I got you. Where was that? Let's see where he's on. So he's on Instagram. Yeah. Yeah. Just type in REIM FX. Yeah. 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 There you go. Yeah. Yuri's got it. Yeah. No, no, he's a pretty badass trader, man. I mean, most of it is all his algos that he's created, but it is what it is. Too much Java and Forex. Yeah, it is, bro. All right, back to UCAD. So 30-second time frame, right? You guys notice I've got this nice wick highlighted. If we go down to the 15-second, you got a 15-minute candle right here. All right, pretty clean distro, but go big or go home. So we're going to the 5-second time frame. On the 5-second, we definitely have a clean distribution that occurs. More importantly, we have a clear UTAD candle. Measured out that candle, 50% comes in here, and lo and behold, what do we have? Clean imbalance inside of that 50%. So if we break that low, I'm setting my limit off that 50%, which is 1.26, and I'm just going to round off to 2.5, right? 1.2625. My stop loss is going to be just above this wick. All right. That's going to be my entry all day long. All right. So yeah, you don't have to wait till Black Friday. You can just cancel like your go to cancel your plan. That's what I did. I canceled the my Pro Plus, and they asked me, a bunch of BS questions. I told them, like it was just check the box, overpriced. And then it gave me the option if I wanted to pay the annual fee instead of monthly, I could pay annually and it'll give me 60% off. So that's what it did. Right. Uh, yeah, you can go on their online platform. Yeah, 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 you can. Um, yeah, yeah, you can. Yeah, yeah. All right. So anyway, that's what I'm playing off of. This 5-second candle, 50% of it, 126.25. But it's contingent upon us simply breaking this order flow down here. All right. So before I go to bed, if this thing pops below it, I will, all I want to see is this. I just want to see that right there. Break below here, and then I'll take the entry out of that to go lower. Okay. That's what I got on UCAD. U Swissy, I got nothing, but UJ is the other one, right? UJ, I'm looking for an accumulation in here. All right. Looking for an accumulation in this box right here. This is what's maintaining intraday structure, right? So as we're trading down, this is where I'm going to start paying attention to lower time frame. If we get something lower time frame coming in, um, I'll definitely jump on the schematic from here. Right. But right now, like I said, Asian session, I'm not in a huge hurry. If in the next like 6 hours something starts to form here, great. Keep in mind the timing, right? Like on a 5-minute schematic, it's potentially going to take anywhere from 5 to 7 hours for the schematic to confirm for entry, right? So don't feel like you're going to miss out of the trade by staying. You don't need to stay up and watch this right now. Potentially, I would be waiting that pre-London area to see if that schematic's formed. If not, New York it is. All right. So that's what I'm personally looking for on UJ. Um, have you done the video on journaling, bro? Man, I'll tell you right now, I have not. I have not. This past week, so I went out of town on Thursday for volleyball, and we got back late Sunday night. So I have not. I have not. Let's see. You said 5 to 7 hours for a 5 minute. Yeah, for a 5 minute. On a 1 minute, I'll tell you right now, on a 1 minute, it's going to take anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours from the time your climax hits to where you have the confirmations of the break of structure to get in off the trade. You know, so don't feel like you got to rush to it. Like you'll never see me run to my computer to, oh my god, I got into a trade. So if a zone is a reaccumulation distribution, etc. So I'll tell you what, go into my YouTube. I have a Wyckoff boot camp I did, or no, it's a Wyckoff intro. Just Google Wyckoff intro on my YouTube. I'm going to tell you, I'm sorry. It's like 3.5 hours long, but that start with that video, watch that video. Cause that kind of breaks down like where we look for reaccumulation, where we look for accumulation, where we look for distribution, like an accumulation can't turn into a reaccumulation, right? And a distribution can't turn into a redistribution. So yeah, I would definitely just jump into that video, take some notes. You may have to watch it once or twice. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, man. Yeah. I would watch that. It's yeah, one of these days I'll have to redo it. Yeah, because I kind of did that spur of the moment. I put that PowerPoint together like that morning, and I kind of just winged it. So maybe I'll have a little better structure next time I do it. All right. All right. Anyway, UJ, that's what I'm waiting on, right? Accumulation right in here. So we get an accumulation in here. I'm taking it up. This is what's maintaining intraday. So if we break below that, 108 like 40 area, this thing has a ways to go. And if you just look at the higher time frame, I mean, look how overextended we are on this. So like these were all reaccumulations in here that just never came through. All right. Let's see. I want to be yeah. Yeah. I got you, bro. I got you. All right. So that's UJ. That's UJ. I know EA. So hold on. I just wanted to look at EA. Yeah. All right. So we want to look at EA on the 1 minute, bro. Hold on. All right. So let's just higher time frame. Hold on. All right. So all right. So right now, this is what's maintaining bearish structure. That right there, tapped into 50% of the daily candle. All right. And then let's look at what price did. So we are essentially between a range. This is our low sitting right here. Actually, hold on, I could delete that. So this is our low that's sitting right here, right? We have yet to make a new low, right? We have yet to make a new low. So my only thing about where you're looking for this distribution is this is nothing, right? This is nothing. Could this go higher? It could go higher. Absolutely. So from the intraday leg, right? That's what we have. So this is ultimately we have. This would have been our slingshot if it would have made a new low, but it hasn't. So I would just be very cautious with sells from where it's at. And hold on, let's just look. Yeah, for me, I mean, I'll tell you right now, for me, this order flow is bullish. All right, man. Have a good one. Yeah, for me right now, this is bullish order flow. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be looking for a sell out of this right now. We just made a high, so wait a minute. All right, so order flow, this is a new order flow high right here. New order flow high, which means this is what's maintaining order flow right there, right? So we just made a new order flow high. Do we have, and if this is an attempted distribution here, like we have no signs of weakness whatsoever. You saw a distro on the UTAT tap 50% of the 1 hour candle from February 26th. February 26th off the 1 hour. this. But the question is, what did that candle do? Right? What did this candle do? Did it create a new low? The answer is no, it did not. Do you use controlling demand and supply zones or a different method? When you say maintaining order flow, do you use controlling demand and supply? Yeah. So I mean, essentially, price has. All right, so we can see demand is here, demand is here. Ultimately, demand was here. That's where this tapped into, right? At this point, supply is very weak. Like this is the start of a distribution, but there's no signs of weakness. And this for me is nothing. Like this didn't create anything. Like we didn't force this didn't create a new low. So like in the market structure, like when we label market structure lower highs and lower lows, like this is non-existent. It's not even there. Nothing. It doesn't hold any water. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, man, I'll be honest, like so I'll tell you right now, like it looks like we tapped in. So just look at what's happening here on the 5 minute, right? We had demand, we had a schematic here, right? 1, 2, 3 drives, 4 drives. We had an attempted distribution with the creek. That's your shakeout. On the 4-hour daily, do you just set an alert on the SC and focus on back testing and limit on the extreme? So limit on the extreme. If it comes into this slingshot, I need a schematic in there. So I have taken entries off of the SCs, but they've got to be schematic driven. So yeah, I mean this isn't a major. So exactly, yeah. Yeah, I mean I'll be honest. Like I've seen enough. If I have to spend this much time on a pair, like there's nothing for me yet. I mean I know we were looking. What was it here? I know one morning we were looking at buys out of this. This thing was a this thing was a beast. This schematic was pretty clean. That was the entry. We had a type 1 that came in and created a type 2 into it. This was a beast. Yeah, yeah. I would have exactly. Like if I spend more than a couple of minutes looking at a pair, I don't need to really screw around with it anymore. But for me, like I would be very cautious about the sells on it because I potentially see a reason for price to come into this distribution right up here. Right? This is your supply point, right? This is ultimately an attempted accumulation turned redistro. So supply is sitting in here. Okay. So yeah. So that's EA. What was the other thing? What was G? All right, I'm still waiting on GJ down here. We'll see what happens. Yep. Thank you, man. Have a good one. Yeah. Please be careful with it. All right. Yeah, you got it, bro. You got it. All right. GU's crap for me right now. Someone mentioned NAS, bro. I'll tell you what, like, yeah, I mean, did it make an all-time high? Yeah, it did. It did. Fantastic. Man, I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed I closed out of that trade. Where is that trade? That would have been I'd be sitting at a 1 to 22 on it. But bro, this thing, look how long this trade was. This thing was 36 days for a 1 to 22. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. EJ's looking decent. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All the indices, I mean, they're bullish. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. They're bullish and for me, like U30, this damn thing needs to come all the way down for me to buy it. Like in here. This is where I'd be looking for buys down in here. We're, light years away from that. All right, bro. Have a good one, Yuri, man. Have a good one. I wait on, now that NAS is broken, I wait on the SC entry. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'll tell you right now, like if me personally, I'd be waiting for NAS in here. This was your reaccumulation that happens in here. This was that pullback that caused the break. Yeah. All right, bro. Have a good one, man. Yeah. That's just, yeah. I was also in NAS, but closed it too early. Made it a 1 to 90. A 1 to 90. Holy crap. Where'd you get in, bro? I missed that 1 to 90. Yeah, for me, this was my only entry. I didn't have anything else because we didn't break structure. Yeah, we didn't break structure. Like I was waiting in here. This is where I was waiting. So, yeah, anyhow, I mean that's pretty much everything I've got. All of these on my secondary watch list are just a ways away. I mean, it's stuff that I'm just kind of waiting on. Gold. I will tell you that gold, what are we waiting on gold? So gold has made a new high. Now, let me go to a cleaner chart. Hold on. This one's loaded with junk. All right. So gold has made a new high, right? We have popped up and made a new high here. So if you haven't already, look in there. All right. That's where the next entry is going to be for the next push up. All right. For the next push up. And I'll tell you right now, don't get don't like I wouldn't be thinking that this is going to go to the moon, right? Because where I'm going to be obviously looking for a sell is going to be out of this right here. I'm going to be looking for a sell when we get up there. Okay. Alrighty. Can you explain how the SC is formed? How the slingshot is formed? Is that what you're asking? The slingshot? Or are you talking about the selling climax? Any reasons why UJ and USHEF are dropping and indices are increasing? Could we see a correction soon? So UJ and USD Swissy do not correlate with indices, right? So yeah, I mean, UJ's, just remember UJ's bullish, right? I mean, this is just the pullback. And USD Swiss franc is just the pullback. It's been on a huge run. So markets need healthy corrections. Okay, the sells on gold from the all-time highs are madness. Oh yeah. I mean, listen, that one sell I'm in. I mean, that one sell I caught, it was off a 4-hour candle. I was asleep, so I didn't catch this smaller. This was a 1 to 100 out of that, right in there. So yeah, absolutely. All right, the slingshot. You mean how the slingshot's formed? I'll tell you right now, typically they're reaccumulations or redistributions. So they're just the continuation moves. So like, here's an example, right? Like we had this. Let me go to the 1 hour. Maybe the 1 hour is cleaner. Yeah, here you go. So you had your low. Gold makes a new low, right? This is your redistribution. This is your slingshot candle that causes that push down, right? This was the cause of it. So that's our slingshot. I really don't focus too much on finding the candles. I just find the area, because for me, slingshots require schematics for me to take them. You call LPS a slingshot? LPS. Like a last point of support? Oh, you're talking about LPSY. Is an LPSY a slingshot? It could be. Absolutely. Yeah, it could be. Yep. Yeah. It could be. If the LPSY, right? If the LPSY right? This is structure, right? This is structure. Hold on. Right, so we have structure here. And then we go from here to what? We go from here to here, right? So this is our UTAD, our test, our LPSY. The LPSY is essentially the slingshot that does what? That causes the break of structure. Yep. Does that make sense? Yeah. So in this distribution, yeah, that LPSY, yeah, that was the slingshot. So, yep. Yeah. All right. I think that's it. I think that's everything I had. Like I said, just keep a track, keep your eyes on EJ. EJ, Chef JPY is the other one I'd be watching. I've got the limit order on EG, and then the I think right now my best setup that I'm liking is UCAD. I'm liking UCAD probably for New York session tomorrow. I want to see potentially London take out the low, walk it up. I'll set the limit off of that, and then we'll walk it down. Can I send EJ and EG in Discord? What did I send? I sent here. I'll just throw it in the chat because I'm not setting limits on them. So I don't like to throw the chart out unless I'm setting a limit on it. Let me see. What do I have marked up? Let's see, refine stop loss on UCAT, I suppose. What do you mean? All right, so here's the EJ markup. Oh, hold on. Yeah, here's the EJ. That was the NAS on the 25th. Let's take a look at it, bro. Hold on. Let's take a look. So 25th, we'll take a look at it. Hold on. Yeah, we'll go back and back test it. Hold on. This was the 25th of March. Okay, now we'll take a look at it. Hold on. All right, so that's that, and then EG. There you go. So here's EG. So like I said, my entry is sitting at 80% of the 1 hour and the 4 minute open that's in there. All right, so 25th of March on NASDAQ. Let's take a look at it. 25th of March. And what session? Oh, I don't even know. Let's just do this. Hold on. So 25th of March. I'll check BTC. Yeah, we'll check BTC. What time was this at? What time zone are you in? Let me see. So 25th of March. No, because this was what's CEST? What is CEST? Hold on. EST to CES. There you go. Seven hours ahead. All right, so 7 hours ahead would have been okay. So 11:30 in the morning. All right. So Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I got you. All right. So you were playing in here. Thought that was a point of schematic. I'm not time. I got it. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh, shush. Yeah. Yeah. So this was, so that was 11:30 in the morning. So the question is, let's just see it. Hold on. All right. So here it is. Hold on. Let's see. All right, so let's look at it. Hold on, get up to a higher time frame. Question number one is, would I have been looking in this? So um, yeah, I'll tell you right now, I probably wouldn't even looked at this just because it's so it's like in the middle of nowhere. Um, Hush. All right, so let's see. All right, so that's the break of structure. All right, let's look. 7 minute, 8 minute, 9 minute, 6 minute, 7 minute it is. 7 minute candle. All right, let's go 5 minute, 4 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute. All right, so 2 minute. Have a 2 minute open. Let's just see what this lines up with. All right, let's go 1 minute. All right, 1 minute. Let's go. I don't know if I can get 30 seconds. I should, yeah, I should get it. What do you mean I can't get in there? Let's go. It's like, it's not going to give me the 30 seconds. Did I cover AU? Yeah, bro. Yeah, we covered it. We're looking for a sell. I'll go over it one last time, bro. Hold on. We're looking for a sell out of the area it's at right now. All right, so let's see. Oh, well, that sucked. All right, hold on. Let's go back. 7 minute. It did. I figured. So she came into the 50% of the 7 minute. I got you. Hold on. Let's just see. My bad. I was gonna see if there was. I was gonna see if there was a reason for it to come lower. Yeah, 50% of that 7 minute candle was that first entry. So you guys see why I took the 7 minute, right? So for me, the 7 minute was the most voluminous candle. This is where I could say that they started to sell to buy. So price comes in, triggers. All right. So now, all right. So now, hold on. Let's see. Now, I want to see if it'll let me get 30 seconds. Come on. Because there's a schematic in there. All right. Hold on. We'll go back. There was a schematic in there. There's definitely one on that 30-second. All right. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's definitely a schematic in here off the lower time frame. Let's see, 2 minute. Hold on. Let's go 2 minute. 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute. Where is it? Come on. I know you're in there. So the 10 minute. Let's see, 9 minute, 11 minute, 12 minute, 12 minute. There she is. All right. So 12-minute candle. 12-minute candle. What's a 10-minute? No, 12-minute is. What's that line up with the 1? So there she goes. All right. So entry for me, 80% of the 12-minute candle, 50% of this 1-minute candle. I'll be looking at entry there. Stop loss at the bottom of that wick, like that. That's how I'd be looking to play that. So let's just see. Does she come in? Oh, wait. So I'll tell you right now before. Yeah. Okay. I'm good with it. Does she come in? Come on, you bastard. Are you kidding me? She came into the open. She came into the open. Yeah, she did come into the open. That's where you took yours, right? Open. Yep. Yeah, it was a good play. I would have liked to have seen if there was something in here on the 32nd, because if there was no imbalance, the imbalance would have made me take that high right there. But this entry here was pretty clean. I don't know where it's at right now. 13,988. What would that have been? That would have been 13,988. That'd be a 1 to 51 just off of this one. So yeah, cool. Open gets hit a lot with Nas. Does it? Yeah. Yeah. I still would have. I mean, I don't know. If I would have been on with the seconds time frame, that would have been a clean entry right there. Let's see what you got, bro. Yep, that's where I'm looking. So wait, Juan, just wait for the distro in here. Wait for the distro. All right. Yeah, and it looks like it's doing something here. So we might get something like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I'd be looking at it. That's how I'd be looking at it. Let's see. And on US 30. Yeah, but bro, I'll tell you right now, man. I have no desire to trade indices right now at these highs. Yeah, man, I have no desire to trade these indices. Because what's your risk to reward? For me, I need a minimum of a 1 to 10 for me to contemplate getting into the entry. So let's just throw a number in here. Let's go here to the highs. That's a 1 to 4.8. You know, I mean, even for it to be even possible, I need a 26-point stop. You know, yeah. Let's see. Do you expect price to come back for the third entry on the Mike, with that was you're looking at? What are you talking about on what, Barry? On Nas? Oh man, I don't know. You talking about where I marked it up? Hold on. So all right, so price misses this order. All right, hold on. Let's see. Do we break the high? If we break the high, yeah, okay. Come back. Nope. Son of a gun. All right, so we broke the high. We broke order flow. So now let's just see. What's the next play? So 65 minute. 71. $60, 68, 74, 75, 76, 76, 70. Let's see, 77. No, 76. All right, so 76 minute. All right, so 76 minute. Why? You'll see why. Hold on. All right, so 76 minute, 80%. All right, so 76 minute, 80%. Let's go. Yep, it's got the volume, man. It's got the volume. All right, 16, 17. It's all about building confidence. More than one reason to take the trade. All right, so 19, 18, 17, 16, 13, no, 12, 11. I'm going to find it. 9. Oh, look, there's a little schematic in there. 8, 7. Can you guys see the schematic? Where's she at? So I don't know if you guys could see it, but you've got 1, 2, 3 drives, your spring. So this is the candle I want to play off of. So it's got to be in there. Hold on, 12 minute. Let's see. 12 minute. Hold on, it works well. Never heard about it. You've never heard about me going to these crazy candles? Yeah. Yep. This is how I find some of the crazy entries. All right, wait, we're getting close. So 14. GA was a crazy. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. All right, so let me go 3 minute. All right, there's the 3 minute. 2 minute, 1 minute. Do we have imbalance? Yeah, we do. Okay, so this is the 3 minute open. That's the 3 minute open. That's where the sell started. Let's just see. So here's 50% of the 3 minute. Let's just see where that comes into. You always worked off the monthly, weekly, 8 hour. Oh, no. Yeah, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. All right, let's get up here to a better time frame and move this along. There she goes. Right into our 80%. And at that point, bye-bye. Yeah. Yep. Don't knock the 80%. Don't knock the 80%. So yeah. Here. I mean, we can do. I could do this for days, but you want to back test those 80s and 50s and find the most voluminous candle. You come down into the extreme of the limit, right back on here, and go down to the 1 minute. So you come on down to the 1 minute. So you got your type 2. Here's your 1 minute candle that taps into 50%. But you want to find the most voluminous candle. So you go to the 4 minute, because the 4 minute is the most voluminous candle now. And wouldn't you know it, that she taps into 80% of that voluminous candle. Yeah. You know, what was the other one? EJ. We're on EJ, right? So shout out to Patrick for catching this one, because Patrick's the one that found the 61 minute. But we come down in here, right? Here's your 1 hour candle. Looks like garbage, right? But if you go to your 61 minute, There's your 61 minute. And wouldn't you know it, she comes right into 80% of that 61 minute. So that was our entry. Not only that, but there was confluence in there, right? So we had off that 61 minute, we had, oh, maybe now it's not going to let me go lower time frame. Let's see. Oh, there she is. You come down in here. And that was our entry. We had imbalance here, 80% of that. And I don't remember what the other plays were, but that's where we took it off of. Oh, 6 minute. That's what it was. 6 minute open. 6 minute open lined up with it. So that was our entry right there. That was our entry. And let's see. Refined garbage. You know it. Yep. So direction of the volume is candle doesn't matter. Well, the idea is the sell to buy, right? So we know that the 61 minute candle down is where they started the sell, and when they engulfed it, they have to come back to play it out, right? So that's how you have to play it. Here you go. Hold on. Here's your schematic, right? Here's your schematic. Find the candle, right? The 4 minutes, the candle, most voluminous candle. It's not the 3, right? It's not the 5, right? It's the 4. The 4 minutes, the most voluminous candle. When did you know it? 80% of the 4 minute candle. Bam. Bye-bye. See you later. Yep. So, all right. You really find great candles once you start. Yeah. Yep. You got to remember, institutions use computers, algorithms to trade. Try to beat the computer. You know what I mean? Everyone plays off of the 1, the 5, the 15, the 30, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, right? But no one dives into the, what was it on GA? Like no one dives into the 300 and what the hell was it? 360 minute candle that we found, right? 80%. Look at all the confluences. 80% of the 350, the 15, the 12, the 10, the 8, the 5, all are the same open, 80%. And it's also 50% of the 3 and the 2 with the open of the 32nd down in here. Right. So yeah. Yep. Let's see. Am I familiar with pyramid strategies? No. Like trading wise, I have no idea. I've never heard of that term. Also light reentry. What do you get, bro? Light reentry. Yeah. We didn't even go into that one, bro. We didn't even go into that one. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I actually took it. There was a 5 minute in here that this came into 50% of the 5 minute. That was my entry here, the 5 minute. Let's see. So do you pay more attention to the voluminous candle or the engulfing? No. It's the candle that sold to buy, right? So like here, let's just go back to EJ. It was just easier. So when you're looking at it, right? Let's just go here. Let's go to the 4 minute. All right. So what did price do, right? We can say that this is where they instituted the sell down to manipulate, to take out the lows, right? This is the last place that their orders were filled, right? So when price goes above this and engulfs it, now they need to come back. And we know that we know if we're correct in this candle, we know that 100% of the time, they're going to mitigate the open. There's a great amount of times that it comes to 50%. And only the fortunate ones are able to really come into the 80. But when you catch those 80%, man, those are the ones that freaking go. So it's just something I found. I found that 50s and 80s inside of these candles right here are the ones that really make the magic. So let's see. Yeah, does that answer it for you? If only there was a voluminous candle indicator. Yeah. You kind of, I tell you what, you do this so many times, man, you like really start to, like, I just don't randomly come up with, candles. You start adding the candles together and you start seeing the price action. Are you familiar with slingshot strategy? Oh, bro. Putting first stop loss to the second stop loss. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so I stack my positions. Yeah. I stack my positions, but I don't move my stop loss to the second, to the third. No, no. I leave my stop loss at break even. I'll take partials. Yeah. I take partials instead of moving my stop loss. Yeah. So, all right, man. Later, Ray. Have a good one. Do you add positions on your trades or do you keep? No, no, I add them. I add them. So like EJ, I took two positions, right? I caught this entry right here. I caught, I don't know where that entry is. Hold on. Is it off the 15? No. Yeah, I took this entry right here off of, yeah, I took 50% of the 2-minute candle, which was right here. So that was my entry. Stop loss just below that low was the second entry that I took. And that's what triggered here. I was going to take this entry here, right? I was going to take this entry right here, but this candle came in at 7 minutes past changeover. So, this was the market's FU to me. I was tracking this all the afternoon and then it comes right in 7 minutes after. Like the spread on EJ at the time was something like 12 pips. So it was never going to happen. So, but yeah, I stack absolutely, man. Yeah. Like when I get into some nitty gritty, man, I'll just start working orders in because especially if you're getting multiple positions, yeah, for sure you can do it. Um, yeah, 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 absolutely. Start. I can focus on mitigation of the open with a. Yeah, absolutely. Like if you're right about the candle that needs to get mitigated, right? 100% of the time, the open of the candle will be mitigated, right? I can't tell you how many times 50%. I can't tell you how many times 80%. But what I do is I find multiple reasons to go off the 50 or the 80. So for me, like my confirmations, right? Like this is like my confirmations for the trades are this, you know, first thing is where are we structure wise? Are we good with it? Yes. Are we in the point of interest? Do we have a valid schematic, right? So type 1 or type 2, right? Do I have a valid schematic with confirmations? Find the candle, right? Find the most voluminous candle. Once I find it, make sure if I'm going to take it off the 50 or the 80, there's got to be imbalance, right? So in this case, we had imbalance here off the 80. And that's what it is, right? Go to the fibs 50 and 80. Then obviously session time. So anything that is not Sydney or Asian for me. And divergence is just something I'll look at between correlating assets. And then, state of mind, man. If and if you guys, most of you guys that have like been on live trades with me and stuff, like if I've got all those things above and I've got my check boxes and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll, bro. I'm pulling the trigger and I'm taking it. No questions asked. So, um, yeah. What do I do to press to change the timeline? Like what do I press on the keyboard to change like the time frames? That's just type in the numbers. Yeah, just type in the numbers. Like you just got to be, so like right here, just type in like 35. It'll take you to 35-minute, right? If you type in 4H, it's the 4 hour. If you type in the 6 month, 6M, 6 months. If you go 30 seconds, 30S, 30 seconds. Yeah. Yep. That's how I kind of turn off numlock. Yeah. My number lock isn't on. So yeah. What do you got, bro? Let's see. On EJ. What are you trying to do with EJ though? You want to buy it? I don't know about buying it, Juan, though. I mean, I hear you that it's. Where are you looking to buy that off of? No, that's where you were looking at. Hold on. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Off of the. Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah. I got you, bro. No, this was clean, man. These were some really nice buys, and the key thing was where did this come into? The extreme of the leg, right? The extreme of the leg. You know, So it missed. I know this is where we were looking for the limit order on it. It missed it by a couple pips, but it gave us really great price action in here, really in here, really in here. So yeah, absolutely. Um, so I understand that you look for the volume, not necessarily the mitigation of the engulfing. What do you mean by mitigation of engulfing, though? I guess that's what I'm not understanding. So yeah. So like, okay, let's just say this, right? Price sells down here, right? Price sells down here and then engulfs this, right? This mitigation is not the engulfing mitigation, right? Because why do they need it? Why are they mitigating out of buys? If we're looking for it, price, they sold here, they bought here, right? So what they need to do is when they come back down, they need to close out of their sell, right? They don't need to close out of a buy because the buy, they're going higher, right? So it's mitigating the sell candle. Does that make sense? Yeah. Does that? Yeah. Hopefully that makes sense, right? Because they hedge, right? So they manipulate price to sell down to get their buy order. So as they're selling down, they're filling buy orders, right? This this is the last place where their orders got filled, right? So now as they move the market up, they need to come back to close out of whatever sell orders are there, right? So that's what they're doing. They're closing out of that sell order. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. UJ? Oh, did it confirm? Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Waiting on AU. Let's see, bro. Yeah, I'll be honest though, like, yeah, I'm not, yeah, I don't know yet. I would potentially look for a buy out of there, but I'm not setting a limit on it. That's for sure. I'm more interested on what price is currently doing right now. I mean, like I said, we're bearish on everything. So, oh, here, hold on. Damn, bro, this UJ thing. Let's see. I'm just gonna delete this stupid thing. All right. Can you explain a valid slingshot and how to recognize it? Man. So valid slingshot, it's the cause of the new high or the new low. So real quick, like price does this, right? Price is making higher highs, higher lows, right? And then it does that, right? Makes the new high. This is your slingshot, right? Price goes up, gives that pullback to expand, right? So this is your slingshot. Okay. How do you measure in your candles of entry, like from 50 to 80? Uh, hopefully I cover, you saw how I did it. Yeah, yeah. It's just the open of I want the open and close of the candle. I don't want the wicks. It's just the body. Can you do a training on how to play your entries? Oh man. No. I'll be honest, probably not, man. Yeah, like dude, I've been trying to do a journaling video for months now. Yeah. Um, can you put your confirmations on again? Yeah, yeah. Here you go, bro. Hold on. These are my confirmations. There you go. Those are my confirmations. You can just screenshot it. Let's see. Let's see. So they come to the 50 and 80. Yeah, yeah. It's just something I figured out a while ago that if you find the most voluminous candle, that it comes to the 50 and 80. Just back test it. Start looking at some pairs. Start looking like here, like when this candle came down into here, right? Find the candle that created that move, and I guarantee you this came into 50 or 80% of that candle. All right. I guarantee you. So yeah, just back test it. Just back test it. That's something I started when I was going through charts and back testing and stuff. It kind of, it started to kind of ring that, wait a minute, this is kind of coming into the middle of the candle, or this is coming into like the 3/4 part of the candle. And I started playing with it. I started with like the 71%, the 78.6, the 88.6, and nope, the 80% and the 50%, and I've been doing it probably over a year now. Like I've been trading off the 50 and 80. So perfect. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So I know you guys were talking about UJ. Hold on. Let me just look at UJ. Uh, Wait a minute. What are you talking about here? Patrick, what are you saying? You're putting a limit on UJ for what though? Hold on. Did you send your chart to me? You can't annotate? Hold on, bro. Hold on. There you go. Now you can annotate. What am I looking at? Bro, all you're doing is just circling what I have, bro. I know that. Yeah, this is the extreme. But what are you putting your limit off of? What are you putting your limit off of? That's the question. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, I don't have an area yet. Like I don't have a place to put the limit order on. That's my only issue. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see what the heck I can find. Yeah, but here's my only question, right? What happened in here? Is all of that mitigated? Because if that's not mitigated, then we have an issue, right? Here, hold on. Let's just quickly do this, and then I got to run because my wife's gonna kill me. All right, so hold on. Let us see. All right, what happened in here? All right, so I mean, like I don't make it up, right? I mean, that wick did come into 50% of the 1 minute, right? So, all right, that 1 minute's mitigated. This does come in there. All right, so 1 minute's mitigated. Let's go 2-minute candle. 2-minute candle. Oh, so close to the 80. All right, so we're good. We're good until this wick right here. You know what? Hold on. Was that the 3-minute? 4-minute. All right, so we're good until that wick. So hold on. Can you check it on the seconds? Everything's no. Yeah, we're good to this, bro. We're good to this. Slingshot can be placed for entry when price revisits it. I've seen lads talk about. You've seen guys talk about slingshot candles, bro. Bro, I want their names, their email addresses, because I need to send my PayPal link to them. Yeah. So no. So for me, I don't place limits on slingshots. I wait for a schematic at the slingshots. That's just because that's what my journal tells me. All right. So hold on. Let us see what the hell this thing ends up doing. All right. So we need a cover to the bottom of that. Where does that come into? All right. So boom. All right. So that covers it. So now we got to come into here. So now we got to come. What candle did you have, bro? What candle was that, Patrick? Did you come up with the concept of slingshot candle? Absolutely, I did. Absolutely, I did. Where's it at? Hold on. Where is it at? Right here. Here it is. Where's my little? I did copyright it. Absolutely, I did. Hold on. Hold on. Absolutely, I did. Hold on, it's opening up. As soon as it opens up, there you go. Hold on. Where's my screen share? There you go. There you go. There she is. There's my screen. Right from the United States Patent Office. Slingshot candle. Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. I paid my whatever $65 or whatever it was. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. I don't know who these people are using my slingshot candles, man, but yeah, yeah. Yep. And the only reason I came up with slingshot candle is because everyone else and their mom was using decisionals and all that stuff. So yeah, I called it. It was just easy for me to explain it. All right. So wait a minute. Let's go, Patrick. Let's see what we got, bro. Let's see if we can find this stupid thing. So 50% of the 40, 20, 17, and 16. All right. So let's get in this, bro. Hold on. Let's get the 1 hour. Is that no, it's real, bro. Yeah, I paid 60. It only costs like $65 or something. You gotta fill out an application and then they send it back to you. It took like 3 months to get it. So yeah. Yeah, yeah. All right. All right. So wait a minute. Let's find this thing. So 50, 45. You said the 40, right? All right. What's the 41? 42, 43. Ooh, 43. What's the 44? 45, 46, 47. No, 39. You went through these, right, Patrick? Like I'm just wasting my time. You already got it marked off. 34, 33. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you've already done it, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna waste my time bouncing through all of these. I want to, yeah. You said the 20, right? 20's in there. Man, I just want one that's got a full body. Like we got wicks and all this thing. All right, so you had the 17? Yeah, you did have the 17. Good. All right, 17 and 16. All right, so oh yeah, yeah, no, slingshot, bro. The SCs, yeah, slingshots. Night, baby. Love you. Yeah, yeah. The wife's in the background. She's yelling at one of my daughters. Let's see. All right, hold on, bro. Let's get into this. 20 minute. What's the 20 minute like? All right, so that's nope. All right. What about that 40? All right, so 20 or 17 and 40. 15. Let's go lower. Let's go lower. 8 minute open. 7, 6. All right, so 5 minute open. 5 minute open. 4. Ooh, all right. So 50% of the 4, 50% of the 3. We got imbalance on the 2. And we get imbalance in this 1. All right, so wait a minute. So is this what broke? All right, it is what broke. Okay, good, good, good. All right, so all right, let me think about this. So we had it low, low. I don't know if it's going to give me the 30-second. Let me see. Come on, man. You need to have Mike Jr. host a call one day. There you go, Patrick. Off topic, but can you go over taxes and LSD S corp one day? I can. I mean, like, I'll tell you, like, because yeah, you're in Florida, man. Just the easiest thing. The one thing I did was just go on Florida's the business website for the state and just apply for it. It was pretty easy. Yeah, Sunbiz. Yeah, yeah. Um, it was honestly pretty easy, and I want to say you got it back in like 4 weeks. So, but yeah, we can yeah, we can do it. You know what we'll do? Maybe like on one of our team training calls, we'll do it. Yeah. All right. What are we talking here? Stop loss, bro. Off this 80. 5.5. And if we go down here, 9. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, Patrick, I agree with you, bro. I don't see a reason why not to throw it off that 80. But I got to cover that wick, which is 4.8. That's what I got to cover. Yeah. Uh, Trying to find anything law related. Yeah, no way. I don't need that. I wish they would have taught charting 101 in school. Yeah. Yeah. How crazy conspiracy as to why charting isn't taught in school. Yeah. Yeah. I guarantee you, bro. Yeah, they don't. They don't. Limit tonight? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll put a limit on this, bro. Yeah. I mean, this is the extreme of the leg. So here's the only thing I'd do though. Hold on. Before we do that, let me just check the yen futures. Let's look at yen futures for a second. So what is the yen futures doing? So yen futures is coming into that redistro. I guess we could change that redistro. All right, so it came into the redistro. What did it do? Did it take that low? It didn't take that low. Why didn't it take that low? All right, hold on, because maybe I may not put a limit order in it. Bro, it's always got to be difficult. All right, hold on. Let me just look at this. Oh, why can't I use the replay symbol for this? All right, enough. Hush. Yeah, I wanted futures to take out this accumulation, but it didn't. It traded, bro. It traded like 50% into this 8 hour. Yeah, it traded. Bro. It traded right into that 50%. Yeah, because look at yen futures, right? So yen futures, we this is the high. We're bullish on yen futures, right? And if this is the high, we wanted price to take out this because this is the cause of this rally right here. Um, and we tapped right into 50% of it. So I would have wanted this to get taken. And we did not do that. Hold on. Yeah, we didn't do that, man. And the fact that we came into 50% of the 8, do you integrate the high and lows of sessions into your trading bias? No, I don't. I don't want. Um, yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Everyone could see this, right? Like I don't have to mark it out. You guys can see the accumulation that happens here, right? So PS, SC, ST, 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 and then bye bye. So we came in to 50% of this candle. What's that daily? Where is the daily? It's a 3-day. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I personally, I'm not going to put a limit order on EJ. I'll wait. I'll wait for it to come down there, and I'll wait for a schematic. Um, yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'll wait for the schematic. I'll wait for confirmation. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. So, did you do NJ? No, I didn't do NJ, man. I honestly don't have anything on NJ, bro. NJ to me is that. NJ, that's all you got to see on NJ right there, bro. That right here. This ugliness right here. So for the last week, you've been up 30, down 20, up 30, down 20, up 30, down 20, up 30, down 20. That's all she wrote. So yeah. Nope. Nope. I'm good, man. I'm good. Let's see. What does futures have to do with pairs? So so that's essentially the Japanese yen version of the dollar index. It's the yen index. So you can kind of use a lot of that, and that's I do incorporate it. Like so 6B1 is the pound futures, right? So perfect example. Like here's the pound futures, right? Looking at looking at the pound to trade into this blue box and then go higher, right? Well, wouldn't you know it? What else looks just like this? So the pound futures, you can trade GU because GU looks pretty damn close to this, right? Here's GU. And we go back to the pound futures. So you can use them as correlating assets. And there's the pound futures, right? So I use it like that. I'll use all the currency indexes against each other to see kind of like, all right, so if the dollar is bearish and the pound is bullish, I want to buy GU. So that's how I look at it. Is COT report same as using futures? No, no. I mean, the COT report, and if you have the subscription to that stuff, like I used to have it, I personally don't even bother with COT report anymore. I used to like I used to have where was it? Hold on. I used to have it through bar charts. I don't even know if I still do. Where's bar charts? Where is bar charts? Bar charts. Yeah, I used to have the COT report in here. Yeah, I wonder if my login still works. I know I haven't paid this thing in a while. Let's just see. Night, buds. See you. All right. Here you go. Here's your COT reports in here. So yeah, I mean you can pull it all and you can see all the currency indexes in here. So, it'll give you all the COT data. So me personally, the only thing that I care about is what's going on with the commercials, right? And the large specs. You know, when is smart money getting in and out of, like, when are institutions getting in and out of the currencies? I used to do this, right? I don't anymore, because when do I know when institutions are getting in and out, right? Well, if we have a schematic, I know that that's where they're filling orders. So if we can find demand and if we can find supply, I know that when they're getting in and out of their positions. So, yep, exactly. Yeah. So I didn't have to worry about trying to, exactly. Yep. It's just supply and demand, you know. So, this was the cause of this move, right? And what are we doing now? We're just doing a complex pullback. This is not structure, right? This is not structure. It's just order flow coming back down. This is where I want us to trade right into and then make the next leg up, right? And if we don't make the next leg up, if they take this out, guess what? Then this is done, and now we're definitely going bearish. So yeah. That's let's see. All right, yeah. So, but yeah, I use the currency indexes absolutely. You know, yeah, yeah, I do. I use them quite frequently just to check stuff. And like here, like we were looking at the CAD to strengthen, and what do we see? We've got an accumulation, had another accumulation. So you could see like they're actually accumulating the hell out of this. Where is yeah. Yep. All right. Yep. Yeah. And well, all it is it's essentially, this is their spring, right? And this is your spring to shake out. So, you can anticipate price coming back to mitigate out of that position, and that's where I'm going to buy it. So, now it's just finding the most voluminous candle that did that. 2 hour. What's a 3 hour look like? So 250. Nope. 220. 210. Yeah, it's just finding the candle that did that now. So 199, you just kind of play around with it. You just find, all right, so no 194, 196. Oh, you know what? Let me go lower, 185, 175. Essentially you want to find the candle that took that. You want to find the most voluminous candle that came here and then turned around on it. And that's where once this high gets taken, that's where they're going to return to, right in here. That's where they're going to return to go higher, because they got to mitigate out of that position. So yeah. Anyway, guys, it's a game of hot and cold. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Once you find it though, like once you find it, that's how you really catch these really nice entries, So, but anyway, yeah. Listen, guys, I got to eat some. It's been fun seeing the AM. Yep. I'll see you guys in the morning, man. Yep, 50 to 80%. Trust me. Back test it. Just back test it. You'll be amazed how many damn times this thing comes into the 50 or the 80. So yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote, guys. If you guys have any other questions, hit me up. If just be patient. Like I talked about it earlier, you want to be in a position where you are not forcing trades, and you're not, you want to be in that state of mind where you're just trading the setup. Alrighty, guys. So fantastic. I'll see you guys, man. Enjoy. You know what? Let me turn this off. Enjoy the night, and I'll see you guys.